Hi everyone, this is Sivalakshmi Pannarselvam, working as an assistant professor in AC department at RFK College of Engineering and Technology. In this video, we are going to see about digital electronics. So as soon as I say the word digital electronics, what pops up in your mind is the very first question, what is all about? So what is digital electronics? Digital electronics is a field of electronics involving the study of digital signals and the engineering of devices that use or produce them. So as to have a very good knowledge in this field, first we will start on with signals. So what is a signal basically? I'll go with the author. A signal is a function that represents the variation of a physical quantity with respect to any parameter. So generally speaking, I can say that if any two quantities shows a variation, I can call it as a signal. So here the keyword parameter is nothing but it's always an independent quantity like time or distance. And a function is nothing but you would have come across already the word function in your mathematics. You would have seen so many functions, quadratic functions in your mathematics. For an explanation purpose, I would like to take one among that. F of x is equal to minus ax square plus bx plus c. And also I would like to explain the same with a real-time example. So for an explanation purpose, I'm going to monitor and measure the general physical quantity temperature, not the electrical quantity. So you have to act after your full explanation, you have to correlate that with your electrical quantity so that you can have a better understanding. So we will assume a boy measures the temperature variation at Gummadipundi from 9 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. in the night for every 1 hour. So we will end up with a set of data having 13 values. So it would be easier to understand what has happened during that day with that 13 values of data. Whereas imagine if I didn't specify the criteria since 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Instead, if I'm going to ask him to measure for over a month, over every minute now, imagine how many other values of data I would end up with. Would it be possible for me to analyze or comment on that data, what has happened, what that variation shows us? I couldn't. So you need to do some graphical representation of the same. So I'll go for drawing a graph with help of the available values. So I'm assuming my x-axis to be x and y-axis to be temperature with that. And after plotting all my 13 values over my graph and interconnecting each and every one of them, I'll end up with this graph of pattern inverted parabola. It looks like a parabola which is facing downward. So we call it as an inverted parabola, at times downward parabola. So this pattern, from this pattern, we can easily understand what has happened on that day. Instead of looking at this sheet of 13 values, instead if I just have a glimpse, I can say that immediately, okay, my temperature from the morning it has started raising and it has reached its peak in the afternoon, and during night it has started falling down. So this makes us easier, no? So this pattern, they call it as a signal, generally speaking. So signal is nothing but it shows the variation between two quantities. Here the variation between the temperature over a period of time. Also I told you that this pattern looks like a downward parabola. In your mathematics, you have a function expressing this pattern, which we call it as f of t is equal to minus at square plus bt plus c. So this is how we will end up with a function which shows the variation between any two quantities. I hope this would be a very good example for understanding how we will end up with a signal from a raw data of values. Similarly, you have to correlate the same with your electrical quantity. If I am going to plot a graph over voltage over a time period, it will look like this. So in electrical and electronics, usually the signal is a function represents the variation of electrical quantity. Generally speaking, it's voltage and current with respect to time. So remember, a signal is nothing but it shows a variation. There should be a variation in that pattern. Only then we call it as a signal. Else it's a direct value. Or we will assume it as a, in electrical field, we assume it as a DC current or DC voltage. So for an explanation purpose, I have few patterns of signals over here and a direct value over here. So first I'll choose my pen. See, this is your direct value, which shows either it speaks about DC current or DC voltage with respect to your time. There is no variation in your voltage or current. Whereas in this pattern, you have a variation showing with respect to your voltage and time. So which we call it as, if it appears to be like this now, then we call it as a alternating current. If the pattern is like this now randomly, then we call it as, if the variation is so random now, we call it as a variable signal. If the same with the equal intervals of time duration, if a variation happens like this now, we call it as a pulsating signal. So like this, you have n number of signals and functions which you would come across and learn along with this paper called Signals and System. Also, I would like to discuss about a topic called transducer here, because all the above discussions won't be possible without this electronic device. Right now, what we are going to discuss about. Because in real time, all the natural source of information available won't be able to match your electronic device. The electronic goods can't understand. For that case, either it's going to be analog or digital. Your goods can't understand, process, or communicate among them with the natural source of information available. You need a converter where this transducer will convert this non-electrical signal which is available in the real life into a electrical signal. From there on, we call those signals to be a analog signals. So this plays a vital role. So this is the very starting electronic goods in any of your electronic system. So what is a transducer? So it is nothing but, again, I'll put it in a form. It is an electronic device which converts non-electrical signal into an electrical signal. The very best example and basic example would be a microphone. So I'll explain the same with a communication system. So here you can have a clear picture what will happen. The microphone will pick up your sound waves according to the vibration over the diaphragm inside the mic. The electromagnetic wave surrounded by coil will generate the electrical signal, and thereafter with the help of your analog system we can filter the noises and boost up the signals. And say suppose if I want to communicate that signal to over a longer distance, then with the help of modulation techniques I can carry the same signal over a longer distance. And at the receiver end, again I should have a speaker that we call it, which is a very best example of your inverting transducer, which will convert back again my electrical signal into a non-electrical signal. So I hope with these examples above, you would have a basic knowledge about what is a source of information is available, how that source of information available could be converted into an electrical signal with the help of a transducer, and from there on how a signal could be generated, and there on how my analog signal comes into picture. So we will see about analog signal in the next class. Thank you. So in the next video we will see about analog signal and discrete time signal with some examples. So once again, thank you for listening.